following the coronavirus situation around the world. Joining us live now from our EBC Qatar Bureau is Abigail Basa. Hello, Abby.
Good
Hello,
evening,
Abby.
Alma.
There you go. I can hear
Hello.
you now. I thought I lost you there.
Sorry.
Okay, what's your update for
How is
us,
everyone?
Abby?
Greetings to everyone tuned in. I'm Abby Bassa reporting live from Doha, Qatar in the Middle East, bringing you the current COVID-19 updates in the country. The Ministry of Public Health, or the MOPH, announces in a press release that in the last 24 hours, there have been 516 new cases. Actually, the first report that I've given to Alma was 392. So this is just now. There's 560 more new cases that have been added, reaching to the total number of cases of the novel coronavirus to 4,663. 49 patients have recovered, tallying the new number to 464. Zero fatalities, leaving the number of deaths to 7. And 3,681 are under treatment at various medical facilities. And the tested individuals have reached 58,328. And this is expected to increase in the next coming days. And the new cases of COVID-19 include people who were in contact with the existing cases amongst citizens and residents, where some of them are migrant workers. The other cases of the virus discovered are both in citizens and residents who contacted health authorities while experiencing symptoms of inflammation in the respiratory system. The new infected cases have been uh, placed under complete isolation and they are receiving necessary medical care. The newest number of cases reported is the largest yet, due to what the ministry affirms as its success in tracking the transitional chains of the virus. Earlier this month, MOPH Director Sheikh Dr. Mohammed bin Hamad Al Thani stated at a webinar organized by Qatar National Research Fund, or QNRF, that they are working on to build more capacities for testing. The new advanced laboratory techniques have started to detect a virus that can do more than, actually, it increased to 3,500 tests per day. But they are looking into increasing this capacity to more tests. So Qatar is in the right direction with the measures laid out since early March to flatten the curve in the spread of COVID-19. He also noted that Qatar has a proven track record in dealing with infectious diseases in the past and have had great control over them. Qatar Airways and the Hamad International Airport have taken all the stringent measures to avoid the spread of the disease, and the best measures to contain the spread of the disease are in place all over the country. Sheikh Mohammed further highlights that the number are increasing because of increased surveillance and best early diagnosis methods. Testing have been one of the main focus, and the ministry will continue its investigative surveillance, conduct to conduct more testing and isolate suspected cases. And with every identified positive case, the ministry will pursue to trace the contacts and are adamant to test them. And cooperation was being requested from the country's top three medical universities, namely Sidra Medicine, Weill Cornell Medicine in Qatar, and the Qatar University, for further cooperation for clinical testing. And the Ministry of Public Health also has recently opened a drive-through COVID-19 testing station for people under home quarantine following their return to Qatar from travel. And in more recent news, the Embassy of the Philippines in Doha expresses sincere appreciation on the effective measures taken by the government of Qatar in controlling the spread of COVID-19. Ambassador of the Philippines to Qatar, His Excellency Alan Timbayan, conveys his sincere gratitude in a press statement saying that the measures that have been employed by the government of Qatar exemplify the inclusive nature of the approach, as citizens and residents are treated the same. The emphasis placed on the kind of treatment that Qatar offers is not only for free, but for everyone. This speaks volumes of the commitment of the country to protecting those who are here. He continued that aside from the inclusiveness of the approach, Qatar has taken steps to ensure that its measures also positively affect the other aspects of our lives, as all of us have been greatly affected by the pandemic. While it cannot be denied that the pandemic has negatively affected all countries economically, Qatar has taken considerable measures to mitigate the negative economic impact of COVID-19, actions that benefit both citizens and residents alike. He further stated that it is significant to note that Qatar continues to strike a fine balance between the challenges presented by the pandemic and the measures that should be taken to combat it. The way Qatar has tackled COVID-19 is the best and clearest representation of its capability to handle the issues presented by the pandemic. It should be readily apparent to everyone here that Qatar has marshaled everything at its disposal to address the problems presented by this disease. Ambassador Tambayan also appreciated the private sector's contribution to the government's effort to contain the spread of the virus. He said that it is worth noting that aside from the holistic and coordinated action of the Qatari government, the private sector is also performing its civil role. Private sector initiatives have also been significant in their scope. He highlights the efforts of Qatar Charity for its support given to the Filipino community in these trying times. He communicates his sincere gratitude for Qatar's demonstration of generosity and solidarity. Um,
All right. Thank you very much. Abigail, kumusta naman ang mga Pilipino natin dyan sa Qatar?
as always, our policy of being resilient is always apparent among our kababayan po.
Mm-mm.
As I said, what Ambassador Timbayan has told in his statement actually it tells everything that how Qatar is treating everyone in the country. It includes our kabayan po.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen your post on Facebook. Mukhang masaya kayong pamilya. How are you keeping yourself so optimistic in these times of crisis?
We are actually just adhering to the social distancing guidelines of the government. So at home, we're just trying to cook the food that we wanted to cook for a long time as a family.
Sarap nga eh.
We're participating on the online initiative of drawing posters saying that we're staying at home to help save the world, things like that. So we're just trying to enjoy these times because it might not happen again for our family. So we're making the most of it po.
So may positive din, di ba? Hindi naman lahat negative. Thank you so much, Abby, for your updates, and we'll keep on waiting for more updates from you there in Qatar. Thank you for your time. Keep safe, stay healthy.
Thank you, Ms. Alma. This is Abby Basa reporting from Doha, Qatar. We live in interesting times.